I gotta be honest with you. Why the did we even run the Phoenix race? We should have just handed it to my boy Zilisch.
This is deceptive business practices by NASCAR.
And those that got a little nuts and going to let them hang a little bit are going to push that pedal harder and go to the front. Give them horsepower.
All right, welcome back to another edition of Checkers, Wreckers, and What the Heckers. My name is Chad Bearden. I'm a country music artist, content creator, and NASCAR superfan. Joined as always by my stupendous, incredible, illustrious, just wonderful human beings of a co-hosts. Both of them. Great guys. Let me introduce them to you. This guy has escorted more people through the NASCAR garage than airport security has seen passengers. He can spot a fake fan, a free buffet, and a bad pit strategy from 3 zip codes away. He's proof that horsepower lasts longer than hair power, and somehow he's still living every race fan's dream. The VIP king of Haas and Ohio's greatest export since Cedar Point roller coasters. Ladies and gentlemen, the follicle phenom, Rick Kojan.
Chad, you're wonderful. I don't even deserve half of the 76 episodes. The episodes are podcasts that we've done and your intros. But thank you. And my hair and I sincerely appreciate you and all you do. So thanks for having me back.
Glad you're here, Ricky.
Let's get to the main event. Where's the main guy? Where's the gavel banger?
The gavel banger.
This guy moves through a NASCAR garage like he owns the Wi-Fi password and the Constitution.
And he does.
He's got the speed of a former sprinter, the confidence of a judge with a lifetime appointment, and enough racing knowledge to cross-examine the entire pit crew. If your take is weak, prepare to be found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Presiding over today's proceedings, Chris, the Supreme Court Justice.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad. Coronado is now in session.
Oh, Coronado is now. And look
at how he did that. Come on, Demon Deacon.
He could work.
What do you
the
think
words
he was
too.
just practicing football? He actually went to some classes.
Listen, we had to show up there. It wasn't like those Carolina guys, you know what I mean?
Shit, or those freaking SEC guys.
Yeah. We actually had to go to this class.
Mail it in.
Oh gosh, how we doing, fellas?
Listen, I had a good time. You know.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
I missed you guys. I'll be honest. I'm just gonna put my heart. I'm gonna
put
my heart out there early and just be like, I want to go about San Diego, but the only thing missing for me had nothing to do with NASCAR and nothing to do with the Naval Air Station of North Island. It was missing you guys.
Well,
you had to. You too, Ricky.
Yeah, you had to carry the banner for us.
I tried.
Chris and I had the FOMO. We were definitely. I was missing out. I could not wait to see the images on TV as soon as practice and qualifying started for trucks. I had it on every chance I got to take it in. My little guy was excited to watch NASCAR this weekend. My 19-year-old watched some O'Reilly with me. It was good. I enjoyed it. So I do wish I would have been there. Chris, I can only imagine it had to be about the same for you.
No, listen, I was occupied. I had to go to several day baseball tournament out of state with my son, so that was occupying most of my time. But like you, Chad, I dialed in, I watched it. I had to play some catch up, just to see what was going on. Right, Air Force Base, big carriers, street course. How's this thing gonna play out, right? And I think it proved itself as a genuine, chaotic road course that left the fans with something to talk about, with a buzz, and hopefully a return to a street course. Maybe not at Air Force Base, but maybe back to San Diego.
Naval.
Naval, sorry.
Yeah, and I don't even think just NASCAR fans. I mean, I think people in general, even the people who are not diehard NASCAR fans, were talking about it just because it was such a big deal.
Right.
So it was definitely cool for the sport. So thanks
Yeah, it
for
had a lot
carrying
of
the
buzz.
flag
The
for us.
buzz was high. I
Yeah,
think they put
yeah.
on a product that was worth talking about. Obviously, we all heard about some logistical issues and food shortages and long lines, but you know, that's to be expected on the first time. When you go to a concert, you gotta wait to pee.
Yeah. Well,
That would
yeah,
work
I guess
against Chad.
that would work against me for sure. All right, let's get into some three wide.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, NASCAR announced that Rising, their show where they follow different personalities, different up and coming drivers.
So
Um,
two.
yeah, season would be renewed for season two. Season two is already underway and would be launching this season. Carson Hocevar will return, and they will be adding Connor Zilisch and Butterbean Queen this season. The show gives an inside look to what drivers navigate behind the scenes and a glimpse into their personalities. Thoughts on the show coming back for a second season and these drivers in particular? Chris, you're up first.
I think that driver lineup gives you a little bit of your high profile to up and coming. Everyone knows Hocevar, his energy, what he brings. He's selling out t-shirts left and right. You get down to Butterball there.
Butterbean.
Butterbean, I mean.
Butterball. Butterball on the Air Force Base. You're on fire tonight, Deacon. Come on.
Hey, listen,
I almost asked
Butterbean,
him to come on tonight. I'm glad I
Uh,
did not ask.
Butterbean
he's gonna be
there.
like,
Like,
"Who called me Butterball?"
but I mean, people are learning him, right? So I think it gives you a nice transition from mainstream to up and coming and the differences in how their perspective lifestyles and challenges are. So I think it'd be good.
Ricky?
So I watched Rising 1. It's been so long that I'm embarrassed to say I remember Raja Karuth. Can you help me out, super fan, with the other ones?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying to. Carson Hocevar was on that as well.
Yeah, I thought he was because that's
Yeah,
where he was out in that field using that flamethrower.
Yeah,
So and they showed him in that Dale Earnhardt Sr. Replica.
truck. He
And
has a
truck.
Chris will
truck.
have to
Yeah,
help me. It
It's
was
a
like a
truck.
C
yeah,
C10 or
yeah.
It's
okay.
a
So
yeah.
Silverado. Yeah.
that's two of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else was
Me
on.
too. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot because
Yeah, no.
I don't know this either, and I'm not
I
going to lose
didn't I
20.
didn't watch it, so I
I'm
couldn't
not
help
going to
you.
lose $20 betting to you. But what I will say, so let's talk about Rising 2. I took some notes. Hocevar, Zilisch, Butter, Bean.
Bean, not balls.
Bean. Three of them, or is there a fourth one?
No, that's the three.
Okay. So, shame on us that we have Caruth and Hocevar, and maybe it'll come to us. But to me, it's pretty clear what NASCAR is doing. Like, there's a lot of young up and comers, right?
Hmm.
But I think what they're doing is they're grabbing people with personality and appeal and interest, right? Because you gotta like spark the show.
Jesse Love. Sorry.
Thank you. Good call. Good call. Way to look that up. Um, I would argue that, not argue, but I would say there's probably another subset of three that could have been part of this, like that would have really got, people jazzed up. Corey Heim comes to mind. But yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic they're doing another one. I think it's a shame that, I only remember Rajah Caruth because I thought his story was cool. Jesse Love is our defending champion of what was Xfinity and is now O'Reilly. But yeah, there's not a downside to this. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that you're obviously catching Carson in his biggest, um,
Yeah, surge window or
yeah,
whatever you want to
biggest
call it. Yeah,
moment
yeah,
of his career.
yeah,
You are on the flip side of that, you're catching Connor at his most challenging
yep.
moment, and then you're catching Butterbean at a weird time, right? Because it's the biggest opportunity of his career and also a struggle at the same time because he's with a brand new OEM in those trucks that they're trying to figure out. So I'm interested to see how it plays out. The thing that I will say is those are three guys with three big personalities. So I will, Jesse Love doesn't, um, to me, he's not like a big personality
No,
guy.
he's
Yeah,
softer and
he,
quieter.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
he's a more reserved kind of guy.
I agree.
Um,
Hmm.
Super talented driver, obviously, and it doesn't take away from his story at all. But I do think with this cast, you have some of the biggest personalities in the sport and some of the biggest fan bases
Yep.
in this different series. I mean, obviously, Carson and Connor are both in the Cup Series now.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a little bit interesting that they did not represent anybody in the O'Reilly series, but I think you have three great drivers that you're gonna see represented there, and I think these are easily the future of the sport. These are guys who are phenomenal talents.
I
So
think the draw, and Chad, you know him as well as anybody. I think the draw on Butterbean, and I would tell him this to his face, is he's going to resonate with
blue collar,
blue collar. Thank you. That was I was going to say average, but
yes,
blue collar NASCAR fan, right? I heard
100%.
him today. I heard him today with Larry Mack with on track, and he made a comment about the struggles with Ram, but he translated it to, yeah, I drive to work and I see people spinning concrete and digging ditches, and he relates to how he came from just the upbringings of many, many other late model
Right,
type drivers that are out there, and now appreciates that even on his worst day,
Hmm.
it's his best day to be where he is. And I think that really locks in. And I mean, from the first time I met him and that little deal we did with Sam and the trading cards, like I just think he's super. I don't know him like you know him, but I think he's super cool, dude.
yeah, and he's genuine.
That's it.
He is
That's fact.
he is true.
Yeah, that's
He's
fact.
humble. He is one of those guys who genuinely worked his tail off for every
Yep.
opportunity that he
Yep.
got, and he has done his best to maximize and appreciate
Right.
every opportunity that he's got and continues to get. So it's great to see the spotlight being shined on him. So I love that
Agreed.
for him.
Agreed.
All right, well, let's move on to the next thing. We got a little game going here. This should be fun.
Love
So,
games.
I have 20 quotes here
20.
and 20. Yeah. Um,
20.
well, we might not do them all. We'll see what happens. We're headed to Sonoma this week. Obviously wine country, right? So
Hmm.
I'm going to give you, we're going to alternate here. We're going to start with
Chad, are you a
Rick.
wine drinker?
I'm not.
Yeah, you don't even drink alcohol.
No.
Um,
I've
Supreme
tried.
Court
It
Justice,
smells like
Yes, sir.
kerosene to me.
wine drinker.
I'm known to have a glass or two here and there.
Really?
Yeah,
Anybody want to ask me?
Rick, are
negative
you a
on that.
wine drinker?
Not a chance. Go ahead.
I've had a few glasses. I'm not saying I would go and say, "Hey, I'm a wine connoisseur," but
I didn't
You
say
know.
connoisseur. I said drinker. Go ahead.
Well, we have a great partner, Haas, there.
We
So
do.
with our friends at Camus Bonanza,
Yep.
same company there, which my sweet friend Katie that works for Camus.
Yeah.
So
And my buddy Doug,
yes, Doug, yes,
who brought us that sponsorship. So,
yes.
yep.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm gonna give you a quote. We're going to alternate between you two,
Okay.
and I'll give you a quote and the driver, and you tell me whether this quote aged like fine wine or like sour grapes.
Ooh,
All
Okay.
right, Ricky, you're up first.
great.
All right, let's start here. You don't have to be the fastest car every lap. You just have to be there at the end. That quote was David Pearson. Fine wine or sour grapes?
Listen, I'm glad you came to me first on this one. Do you know what David Pearson's nickname was?
What was it, Ricky?
Do you know it, Superfan?
I don't. I feel like I do know, but I don't remember currently.
Supreme Court. You want to bet another $20?
No.
I can get my $20 back. Supreme Court Justice?
Yeah, I ain't got a clue, bud.
You guys are killing me.
I-
Listen, David Pearson was known as the Silver Fox.
Silver Fox. I did know that. Yes.
Yeah. See, now you owe me $20. No, I'm just kidding. David Pearson is, might have to check me up on this, second or third on the all-time win list. And I know our 36 viewers are like, Rick, when are you going to get to the point? You don't know shit about NASCAR. That quote 100% is fine wine. He's basically saying something that I say to Sam before we race every weekend. And my only wish for him, other than being safe, is run all the laps. Because if you don't run all the laps, you're not in the conversation. That comment is 100% fine wine. How'd I do?
It's yeah.
Okay.
It's all up for interpretation. So
Well,
you just tell me.
I want to know if you're going to argue with me or get mad at me like you do, but
Nope.
is it good?
It's good.
Matt Haas will like it. He'll know who David Pearson was. You guys are embarrassing.
Listen, I know the name.
I have
I
a
just didn't know his
No, I know
nickname.
you know the name.
I have David Pearson's autographed diecast right back there.
All right, well, now you know he's the Silver Fox.
I knew he
Next.
was the Silver Fox. I just forgotten at the moment. All
You
right.
didn't.
This guy.
Now he's mad.
All right. Here you go, Chris Justice. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I never raced the track. I raced the people. Junior Johnson.
I never raced the track. I raced the people. I'm gonna say sour grape because I heard a driver tell me one time, or tell the crew chief, we are racing the track, not the competition.
Okay. I like it.
I didn't know that quote. That's interesting.
All right, Ricky. I've never been afraid to take a chance. That quote comes to you from Ross Chastain. Fine wine or sour grapes?
That's a bad one for me. I mean, you guys know from our 76 or 78 episodes, I know they're podcasts or whatever. What are they called? What do we do? Are they podcasts?
They're
Or
both episodes.
versions,
they're both,
episodes?
yeah.
You know I'm a Ross Chastain fan. So you know I'm going to say, yes, it's fine wine because Ross made his way, right? He made his way from them Nice trucks and literally today sits in that Busch Light #1 ride. And I know he's having a tough season. That is a fine wine comment because he is not afraid to stick it in there and take a chance. Good for you, Ross Chastain.
You think he's still that way? I'm just asking the question. I'm not
I
saying
know
you're wrong.
what you're going to say.
I'm just asking the question.
Okay, let me answer it. Jesus. Now I'm mad at you. Yeah, I know that, and I don't even think it was the Denny Hamlin thing. I think it was more when Rick Hendrick, who's one of the most respected people in the sport, was like, listen, you race a Chevrolet. I'm a Chevrolet team. You got to back it down a notch or two. I think he's still tough. I think he's still aggressive. I think right now he may just not have the equipment under him. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Chris, you earn respect by showing up every week. Chase Elliott.
There's a lot of people in the track that show up every week that have zero respect. I still think that's some fine wine. I think there's
You
a
better
lot of
be
merit to
careful
that.
there. That's NASCAR's favorite driver. Don't go out on a limb. Good God.
Listen, there's some truth to that. But I still, it's fine wine. But there are some cats that race every week that have zero respect. But it's definitely fine wine. You get more respect when you show up and you race, make a presence every week. I can see the value in that.
Okay.
This is a fun game.
Yeah. All right, Ricky. Sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes you're the windshield. Mark Martin.
Yeah. I like Mark Martin. I just think that's such an overused cliche that I'm just going to be a little sour grapes on that one. Um, we know he's in that camp of a amazing Hall of Fame race driver who never won himself a championship in the Cup Series. So, and I don't want all of mine to be fine wine. So that one's a bit of sour grapes for me because I don't even think it's just Mark Martin's saying. I think that's an overused slang. Like I hear people using that. That's sour grapes.
All right. Chris, the day I can't win, I don't want to drive. Cale Yarborough.
And that's sour grapes. You're not gonna win every week. Let's just stop the nonsense.
Taking shots at some of the older guys here. Jesus.
Ricky, I'd rather be hated for winning than liked for losing. Joey Logano.
So I know this quote, and I knew it was Logano. And this is going to be very unpopular, but it is. It is. I know it because he's got so many haters. I think it's fine wine. I think from the perspective, like he's always that guy that's like, listen, if they're booing me, they're talking about me. Yeah, Logano, he's a three-time champion. And I just don't think he has the love overall in this sport that he deserves. He's getting it from me. And Joey, I know you're one of our 36 people that follow this. So I got your back. You're fine wine.
I mean, I think it's a very Logano quote.
It is.
I think it's still relevant. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not winning right now, but
It's a struggling year. But again, there's accomplishments, and how many other people right now can you say are three-time champions that are driving in the Cup Series? I'll wait for the answer.
none.
Next.
All right. Yeah, and that's the whole point of this, to relate it back to the driver. Chris, consistency wins championships. William Byron.
Mm,
From his own team.
mm. Well,
Careful. There could be PR people from Hendrick watching this.
oh, they do watch. It
Be
doesn't
careful.
matter.
Be careful.
Listen. Consistency. That is the key word.
They changed the points format.
That is that. That is. That's a tough one.
It's what Chad wanted.
That's what they wanted. Change the format to be
What Chad
consistent.
wanted.
I don't know. I feel like it's sour grapes. I'm not.
Oh,
I feel
Jesus.
like
Now
it's
he's
Come
not going
on.
to go to any
Come on.
races. God damn.
Sour grapes, bro.
All right, Ricky,
Jesus Christ.
you ready?
That was terrible. No, don't be worse. Don't hit close to
Oh.
home. What are you doing?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Richard Petty.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready for this? I use this in my tours when I take them through the garage, NASCAR inspection station. I think I love the King. He's a legend. How can I even call sour grapes on the King? In my opinion, I hate that slang. I think and I repeat it, and I credit a guy named John Probst who came into the sport I believe, from General Motors in 2017 or 2018. He brought in the Hawkeye OSS optical scanning system.
Room of
You ain't
Doom.
cheating, you ain't trying. I think that ain't cheating, ain't trying thing is what made a lot of stick and ball people slander our sport, that it's just a bunch of cheating redneck moonshine runners from the Southeast. I'm sorry. That's a sour grapes comment. And maybe it wasn't, because I don't know the time frame when Richard said it. God knows, 27 wins. I'm really taxing my brain tonight. 27 wins in one season. I'm sure it was absolutely fine wine at one time, but today with the Gen 7 car, that's sour grapes. We are not doing that anymore, trust me.
All right, Chris.
What we got? Another HMS question?
Yeah. Give me HMS again. This time maybe you're going to get him fired.
Winning is everything. The rest is why they keep score. Ned Jarrett.
I would that is definitely fine wine. Winning is everything. Winning makes everything better. Your problems go away when you have woos at the end of the day.
I didn't even know Ned Jarrett said that. That's monumental.
Yeah.
That's better than fine wine. I think that's the best comment that's been made yet. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Ricky. I just want to race anything with wheels. Kyle Larson.
Well, I know your little is a big Kyle Larson fan. And I will say this is a fine wine comment, because God knows we can't afford trashing Hendrick again, like Justice is doing. But I'm going to say it because of this. He's proof positive that that's a fine wine comment, right? This is a guy that, whether it's dirt, whether it's a late model, whether, like, this dude seriously will race anything, anywhere. And I will put Kyle Larson as close to a Tony Stewart, AJ Foyt, Mario Andretti as anybody else that I can think of. Fine wine.
All right, Chris. Sometimes you've got to be willing to run where nobody else will. Tyler Reddick.
That is fine wine, because you'll see Tyler Reddick run the top. No one
legit.
else is there.
I like it. All right, let's do one more each, and then we'll be done.
We should do one for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the moderator here.
No, you're not. You're the podfather, but you can participate. Ask the question, and I'm going to ask it back at you.
I'm good.
Come on. We're mixing it up. This is like, come on. These are podcasts. We're live. It's not scripted. It's like Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
we can
but
kill it because we're flexible.
It's all right. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. All right.
See, he doesn't like that. He's like, I'm the fucking podfather. You'll do what I say.
This is my game, Ricky.
This is my show. You're just lucky to be invited with your long fucking hair. Come on.
Stop that.
You
all right.
Stop it.
The boos mean you're doing something right. Denny Hamlin. Ricky.
Oh. The booze. It's just funny because when you say booze, I think of drinking. Yeah, I know. Don't do it. Listen, for Denny Hamlin, that is 100% fine wine. He is not being sour grapes. And I think it's unique. I think it's ironic that you say that comment. And I will tell you, at Pocono, I didn't hear it so much at San Diego. Maybe I didn't hear it. There are now cheers for Denny Hamlin. And he's correct in that statement. And it applies to the late, great Kyle Busch as well, that when you're doing things on the track and you're getting booed, it's usually because you're kicking somebody's ass
Yeah, I agree.
and putting up a sign that says 11, what was it, 11 against the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's Ohio State reference, just so you know.
All right, Chris,
Chad, that's an Ohio State reference, just
I
so you
know.
know.
I know. All his Denny bros talk about it.
Yeah, just telling you.
Chris, do you want to end with a Kyle Busch quote or a Jeff Gordon quote?
We're going to end with you with a Kyle Busch quote because
Yeah, I
you
was
are
gonna
a
say
Kyle Busch
keep him
homer.
away from Hendrick for God's sakes.
The quote it
Jesus.
the
That's all
quote
you need to do is dress down Jeff Gordon. It'll be like, Chris, your stuff's waiting for you in the parking lot. See you later.
Yeah, my email has stopped working tonight.
the quote from Kyle Busch is I don't race for second.
That is definitely uh fine wine. Definitely fine wine.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's
We don't have to discuss the Jeff Gordon quote, but it was going to be success is where preparation and opportunity meet.
That is such a Hendrick phrase right there.
oh God.
All right, that was fun. All
That
right,
was
let's
good. That was cool. You come up with good stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you're the podfather and you call the shots and bully us around. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
all right, let's move on to our next thing, which is our in-season challenge, which begins this weekend at Sonoma. Thank God it is not Atlanta this time, though Atlanta is in the mix.
Amen to
So
that.
the first round is Sonoma, and then we go to Chicagoland, followed by Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, North Wilkesboro, and then everything culminates with the championship of this at the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis. So, how do we want to talk through this bracket? Ricky, have you had a chance to fill yours out?
Um, I don't have one printed out, but yes, when I was on an airplane going somewhere, shout out to American Airlines now with free Wi-Fi in their planes. I filled one out, so
Okay.
I am pretty familiar with how I bracketed it.
Okay. So do we want to talk through the individual matchups? Do we want to how do we want to talk
Let's
through it?
run through week one. Let's just do the first set.
Yeah, let's just do. Yeah, he's right. Let's do the first round at Sonoma,
All right.
and I'm going to make a little bracket. We're all playing.
Yeah, yeah. And I did email you guys this bracket here.
Yeah.
So included that with the show notes today. All right, so the first matchup, um, the number one seed, you have Reddick versus Bowman.
I
I
think that's pretty easy.
I took Reddick on that.
Yeah, I got Reddit.
Triple on Reddick.
All right, the second
Road course Reddick. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Reddick is red hot right now.
the second part of that bracket is Cindric versus Keselowski.
Yep.
I went with Cindric.
I went with Cindric as well.
100%. Brad Keselowski, not a big road course lover, and Cindric and his background from even prior to NASCAR running, turning left and right, Cindric. We agree again.
All right, the next set down, Suarez versus Gilliland. I went with Suarez.
Copy on that one.
3 in a row. We're all gonna get blown. We're all gonna get blown
I don't
up.
think we're all gonna.
Well,
All right,
I
then
just because on that one, like, Suarez has the background, but on top of that, I was
he also
texting
has a
one of
win at Sonoma.
and texting with our super fan Matt Haas, his ranking in the points, and I know he's on Supreme Court Justice's fantasy team, is insane. He's top 10 in points.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tripled up there on all the picks so far.
All right. The
Nice.
next one I find a little bit interesting, but Hocevar and Zane Smith.
Yep.
I went with Hocevar, but I think that could be a toss up depending on the how it shakes out.
I will with Hocevar as well.
I'll be the outlier and I'll take Zane Smith.
All right, let's go down to the next section of the bracket. Briscoe and Allmendinger. I went with the Dinger.
I will with Briscoe.
I'm 100% Dinger.
All right.
Road course. Got to stay with it.
And then then we have Gibbs versus Austin Dillon. I went Ty Gibbs.
Gibbs as well.
Are you sure? Come on.
Ah.
The next section here, which this one also could be interesting based off this past weekend, but you got Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell. I went with McDriver.
I went with Bubba.
It was McDowell. There's our second outlier. So mark that down. Chris with Bubba and me with Zane Smith. So far, I think that's our only apart,
Yep.
if you
And
will.
the last matchup on this side of the bracket, Chase Elliott and our buddy Noah Gragson. Love you, Noah. I went with Chase Elliott.
Yeah, I went with Chase too.
Yeah,
No
I
hard
mean,
feelings what I got.
no
But,
hard
you know,
feelings, but I
no.
think just purely on the equipment that Supreme Court Justice and his crew over there at HMS are rolling out. I mean, come on, give me a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
All right, let's hop over to the right side of the bracket. The repeat from last year, Denny Hamlin versus Ty Dillon. I'm going to take Ty Dillon.
I actually took Hamlin on this one.
Yeah, that's a mistake there, Chadley.
Okay.
It's Hamlin, and if y'all remember, I mean, I know he struggles at road courses, but it was a freak thing if you go back to that race, how first round advancement happened. And I think Denny put together a pretty accomplished San Diego race. And I mean,
Yeah.
he's been to Sonoma, Denny Hamlin.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
taking
there's an outlier.
That's our third.
Yep.
Actually, if you're making notes, we each have one. I have Zane, Chris has Bubba, and you now have
Ty Dillon.
You have Ty Dilly. Yep. Go ahead.
Ty Dillon.
All right. The next matchup, Eric Jones versus Joey Logano. I'm going with Eric Jones here.
I went with Logano.
I'm on Logano. You got another one that's an outlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Jones boy is pretty good though. That's a tough one, but
It was tough. I just went with the veteran moves.
Logano's just he's getting no luck breaks this year.
You're actually true.
The-
You're
the-
right on that. And
Ford
here's
Summer-
another one that goes back to
Jones is hitting
Suarez.
yeah.
Yeah, this goes back to Suarez. Without looking it up, I think Suarez is ninth in points. Any guesses on where Jones is? This came to me as a tidbit from my man Matt Haas, but I knew he was in the general vicinity. Got a number?
No.
13th.
Chris? No number's wrong.
13th, I think.
I thought he
he's
was sitting like 16th, but
I think he's
I don't know
14th.
after.
He's
Yeah.
14th, but we're all right there.
Yeah.
I mean, very impressive.
Yeah.
Credit to Legacy, Tony Cardamone. Love that guy. Come on.
All right. So, sorry, I went with Jones. Who did?
Yep.
Both of you went with Logano.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're an
Okay,
outlier there. You got it.
All right. The next one, Busher and Nemechek. I went with Busher.
Yeah, I got Busher on that one.
Triple across. Busher.
All right.
Good. Great. Actually, not good. Great road course racer who brings it home. Yeah.
The next one, Chastain and Bell. I'm going to go with Chastain on this just because I'm not sure how Bell is health-wise. Not sure if he stays in that car. So, for the whole race.
I got Chastain on that one just because of his wrist issues going on right now.
Yeah, an interesting one here because it's like if he starts the race and steps out again and gives it to Brent Cruz or Chad Bearden, like you get the finish that he started, but I don't know if Sonoma's is demanding. I'll be an outlier here. I'll take Bell.
All right, the next one, Byron and Stenhouse. I'm going to go Byron.
Yeah, I got Byron on that one.
It's not as easy. I mean, I think Ricky Stenhouse like 23rd in points for a single car team. I will ultimately go Byron, but that's an interesting one.
Larson versus Riley Herbst. I took Larson.
Yeah, I took Larson over Herbst.
Herbst is really, really come on strong, putting some like 23-11. It's trickled down to him, and it's a shame that not a shame, but it's ironic that he's going to lose his ride to Corey Heim, and he'll get a ride at Legacy, I'm sure. We can't talk about that yet, but yeah, I gotta go with the favorite here. Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry, Riley.
Yeah, another good guy, but yeah, we gotta go with
Yeah, no, agreed.
SVG versus Ryan Priest. SVG.
SVG.
I love Ryan Priest to death, but
Another good guy, but we gotta go with
yeah, when we get to check wreck and heck, I'll explain what happened to my man. Go ahead,
Blaney versus Barry. Blaney.
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 Yeah, Blaney.
All right. We want to stop there.
That's it. Stop
Right.
there. But I'm telling you, I hope those are recorded. Something's going to happen. Somebody's going to be off course. Somebody's going to hit something. It's not going to be as bad as Atlanta, but it's just not going to go straight chalk. I counted maybe we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had maybe 5 where one of us was on a solo island.
Agreed.
Right? Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was on the fence there with the Bell and Chastain deal.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I was on the fence. Like I was like,
Yeah.
but then with the wrist issue, I didn't realize that he got the points. I mean, he got the finish even though he stepped out.
Well,
He did,
I wasn't quite sure how it worked.
But Cruz got busted up and not busted up. Sorry, Cruz
Blew it up.
busted it up. Did you see how he did it?
yeah, he put it. He shifted.
He shifted
down.
a transaxle transmission like it was a 4-speed from O'Reilly.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, and then it put the magic white smoke out the pipes and said,
Yep.
I don't like the way you're treating me like a woman. That's like, whatever you're doing down there, stop it.
Stop.
Chad, you know what we're talking about. Don't shake your head like that.
Yeah.
This is not a PG show.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing down there, like if it's a Seinfeld episode, finishing with the knuckle swirl and whatever, don't do it. You're not doing it right.
Oh my god.
Get better at your oral.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm feeling good tonight. Let's go.
Get better.
Feeling good tonight. Let's
Get
go.
better.
Holy Jesus. All right.
I'm gonna get so many bad comments.
All the comments.
Out of the 36 viewers, there's probably 2 that are women. They're gonna be like, What is he talking about? They shouldn't say things like that.
All right.
But it's all true.
Let's
want you to be better.
Let's do some checkers, wreckers, and what the heckers.
Finally.
For Naval Base Coronado.
Checkers, wreckers, and what the heckers.
What the?
Let's start with some trucks. Chris Justice, you're up first for checkers.
Listen, I got a 1A and a 1B on this one. My 1A is going to that niche truck. What a show he put on there at the end. He just got out foxed there and gave it up and missed his marks. And the B goes obviously to Lane Riggs for being there at the end, running all the laps and putting on a hell of a 4 or 5 lap show to win it off of the last couple turns.
Rick?
Shout out to my man, Matt Haas. That's Haas. Too bad he hasn't figured out a way to be in the family tree of Gene Haas from Haas Factory Team, but whatever. Love him nonetheless. Checker goes to Kaz Grala, who finished 3rd. Landon Lewis in 4th. And Tyler, I thought it was Reef. I think it's Rafe or Rife, 7th. And how about those part-time drivers having amazing runs in like such an amazing one-off. Well, I hope it's not one-off race in San Diego. So pretty cool.
Yeah, mine went to Tyler Reif in that niece truck as well. I mean,
nice.
I thought he was going to pull out the win there. He just overcooked it into the chicane.
He did.
Oh my gosh, he was
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like that? I heard that he was he's not a K&N West driver. I think he might even be a late model driver. I was talking to people about it. Like, talk about the underdog of underdogs.
And I think he works around the shop too, right?
Could be.
I heard somebody say.
I don't know all his details, but he put on a hell of a show.
Yeah. And then I did love just kind of a 1B there that Lane Riggs wins and he gets out and they're like, what about a show today? And he said, yeah, Lane Van Rigsbergen showed up today.
Yes. I heard that too. I was like, no, you just didn't.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just kidding. I love you, Shane, but I
That
tried
was
my best
insane.
to
That was
channel you
strong.
today.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I was laughing about that one. I do remember that.
All right, Rick, you're up for Wreckers.
I can record this one easy. And it is basically that turn 16 wall just before the chicane, which I don't think they even counted as turns, and how many drivers that took out in that area over there. And listen, in fairness, they were the first drivers on the track to realize that there were about four different surfaces, is what I heard, right? Old asphalt, old concrete, new concrete, sand blowing in from the beach, just craziness. So cool.
My Wreckers is going to go to the Fox broadcast, the Fox camera work. It was
I knew you were
absolutely
coming here.
horrible. I mean, we were racing for the win, and
And
this
they're
is just one
showing a car
example.
that
There,
spun out and
we're
parked.
showing a truck that spun out, but this happened all race long. Like we have a battle for the lead, and we're showing crap that's going on in mid pack. The commentators who were actually there this week, they actually brought them to the naval base and let them call the race from the track. They're there, they're calling the race live, and the camera guys still can't show what they're calling. I mean, this is horrible. This was the biggest day for trucks that we've maybe had all year, and you botch it. It's horrible. And then we're racing to the checkered flag, and for 10 seconds, literally, somebody clocked it for 10 seconds. We're stopped on a truck that is spun out while two guys are racing back to the checkered flag for the win. This is horrible, horrible. The the Fox camera work, the Fox coverage was horrible. That's my Wreckers. Chris?
Tough.
My records, I had Honeycutt. Um, Pole winner there, just gave it up there at the end. Late race incidents took him out. That's my records.
I'm up first for Heckers, and mine is gonna go to the Parker Kligerman Andretti incident. Look,
Ooh.
it takes a lot, I think, to get Parker Kligerman fired
Oh,
up.
good one.
But I mean, Parker, like literally, and this was like a theme for the weekend. I felt like this just stuff going on, but Andretti just, I mean, is in over his skis, can't drive, wrecks Parker. Parker's trying to figure out what's going on, and Andretti's just talking crap. And
Rude as could be.
yeah,
Rude as could be.
and just like thinks because he's an Andretti, he can just treat people that way. And he apparently does not drive like an Andretti because he did not. And the way that he acted was not how I think an
Yeah, not a good
Andretti
look.
No,
acts. So
Not a good look.
what the heck was that, Mr. Andretti?
I had that as
Chris,
my hecker too. Their little
Oh.
altercation is my
Ricky?
what the hecker.
I had just a little different hecker. Let's remember that we're all there, right? And Haas Factory team does not have a truck. And practice. You want to talk about practice? Practice. Sorry, I went Allen Iverson there, I think. Was a disaster for these guys. Okay.
Right.
And I am not condemning talent. I'm simply saying somebody or bodies had to be the sacrificial lambs. Somebody had to go out and race this track. Basically, the first ones to do it. I believe 15 trucks were in incidents, and I think at least half of them, I'm not sure if it was a full 15 of them, like my man Matt Haas said, but I know because the way they parked the trucks, our O'Reilly trucks were pointed in this way, cabs forward, and there's no garages there, obviously, and the Craftsman trucks were parked this way, so we were nose to nose. I can tell you for sure the comments that came out was that, oh my God, at least half these trucks have to go to backups, and every one of those teams can't afford it. So that's my
Wow.
100% heckers was how much equipment was tore up being the first people on track at San Diego.
Dang.
Mm.
All right, let's talk some O'Reilly series. Rick,
Oh,
you're up first
oh,
for
oh,
checkers.
O'Reilly. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry. You want my checkers? I know
Yep.
it's gonna sound homerish.
Uh-oh.
It is, and I know Chad's gonna know where I'm going, but I'm
I
caught
know
up
where
in the
you're going.
moment. I'm gonna admit it. All right. And before I get all those shitty comments and whatever that Chad tells me about and then pisses me off, my checker 100% goes to Austin Green. And obviously, I'm standing in our 41. I won't even call it a pit, but I'm the spot where we're practicing on track. And I'm watching all the car times. Austin Green in that 87 three-dimensional car with a team out of Raleigh. He's fast and he's fastest. Okay. And I'm going to take it one step further. And he comes home in eighth place. And listen, it's not just because he was most recently on the podcast. It's not because he's David Green's son. It's not because he has a wonderful sister named Kaylee Green. It's because the dude has pure talent. And we had this conversation for the 36 people that watch this podcast. And I know go back a year, I labeled him a road course ringer. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If that's a bad title, I'll take it every damn day by how well he showed out at that track. First time, just like everybody else racing there. Um, Good on him. And I think it shows something about that Trans Am 2 background that he spoke about, where he and Zilisch and Cruz and I think Connor Mozak have all come from. And the ability to handle that race car, 100% my checkers goes to Austin Green. And he's just a great freaking guy, humble. It's easy for me. And I know it's a homer, whatever. Add him to my list. Put him on
Well,
SVG and Ross Chastain and like Connor Zilisch, whatever. I got a lot of homers. I don't give
yeah,
a shit.
no, and I think we understand a little bit more now why we see so much more at the road courses from them is because that team was a road course team.
Yes,
He wasn't a road course driver, like,
correct. But
but
he's
he
in
came from a
equipment.
team that
Yes,
came from a road course
yes,
background. So the
yes.
team knows how to set those cars up for road courses. And that
Peterson, I
and
think was the
yes,
name,
yes.
right?
And
Peterson.
so yes, so that gives him he has that advantage there where the team is not as familiar with setting cars up for
Yeah.
oval tracks. So yeah, I think that's completely fair. I second that. I do want to give a 1B uh to RCR. The Victory Lane
Oh man.
RC's interview in Victory Lane was,
Touching,
yes, sincere
heartfelt.
and touching. Yeah. It
Yep.
was cool to see
You're right.
both the RCR teams come out with the Kyle Busch flag
Yep.
afterwards. And I thought Austin's tribute to Kyle was cool.
Yeah. Father's Day
Um,
weekend. Yeah, very cool.
yep. Chris?
I had my checkers as a 1A and 1B. My
Well, I
1A,
see all you guys do your 1A and 1B now, like I did. And I got yelled at the first time I did it. Now
yeah,
y'all do it. So that's fine.
listen,
I'm a
now
trendsetter.
we're on board. Was the
now,
was the
now
tribute?
it's acceptable.
Yeah. Was the tribute in Victory Lane with Austin Hill? I thought that was badass. And then my B was for Sheldon Creed,
Oh, good call.
finishing, getting him a top three out of that,
Yeah.
bouncing off the cars there in the end. Like it just just the day that he put together.
Yeah.
Um, I felt like that team needed that day.
And I have to check geography, but I'm not sure there was a more hometown guy in the race that weekend, other than maybe Jimmy
Jimmy
Johnson,
Johnson, I was going to say.
because it's Costa Mesa and Sheldon, I believe, is Alpine. I think just a little bit more outside, but both of them are off the eight. How good for that to happen to guys,
Right.
hometown guys. Yeah.
Right.
And
Yep.
Sheldon's just, he's California cool, man. I love that
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
So my wreckers for this, this is about to be a couch session, Ricky. So get ready. My wreckers for this goes to NASCAR and how a couple things here. Number one, I understand that they did not think it was fair what happened to the 17 with the manhole cover coming up and
Mhm. Yeah.
knocking.
Corey Day. Yep.
Yeah. Um, However, we've been to other tracks, and I wish I would have pulled specifics to use, where there's been pieces of asphalt come up off track or whatever, hit cars, cause damage, things like that, where NASCAR has
Yeah.
not allowed those drivers to repair that car. They definitely did not give them 4 laps back where they got to drive around and pass everybody under caution. They did not allow them to work on the car under red flag. They definitely have, I've never seen them allow them to change a radiator, to change all these parts and let them get back on track. I didn't understand that move. I don't get it. It's an unfortunate thing for them. It sucks for them. Hate it for them. But I don't understand. There's no precedence for this. This doesn't. If we've been to tons of tracks where unfortunate circumstances have happened, and you're just out of the race. The other thing that I do not like, that I did not like, and we experienced this in Charlotte, but it makes it even worse at a road course, is after the red flag and we go back out and we're letting Corey Day run the laps and run the laps and run the laps to make him back up, because for some reason you say he can have the laps back, but he just has to pass everybody on the 4 laps. But we run all these laps under caution and we just keep counting the laps like it's a freaking parade. Like, just if you're going to do it, just wave the magic flag and say you're back on the lead lap. Instead, we've now ran a whole bunch of caution laps for no reason whatsoever, and we've eaten away. We just had a parade the same way we did at Charlotte, so, just so they could say we got through it. The same way they did, I felt like they did the same thing in San Diego, so they could say these laps count, so that if we get too close to dark, we get far enough in that we can make the race official. Um, this is the best series that we have going. This is the best racing week in, week out. This is the best TV partner that we have, with the viewership growing every single week. The TV partner invest into this. They invest into the personalities. They invest into growing the sport. They do phenomenal work at the CW in growing the O'Reilly series. Stop with the crap in the O'Reilly series. Stop with the parades. Stop acting like it's something that we just need to get through and check off. It's not fair to our partners on TV. It's not fair to the drivers. It's not fair to the teams. It's it's not fair to the fans. This is exciting racing. And again, uh, hate it for Corey Day. Hate it that that happened to him. Unfortunate circumstance. But we can go to Sonoma this week and there can be a hunk of asphalt come out and knock somebody's windshield out. They're not letting them replace it. I bet you money they're not saying, hey, take it back to the garage and put a new windshield in. They're not going to let them put a new radiator in. I don't understand why we're doing. I understand it's the first time here, but why are we setting a new precedence? That's my records. Chris?
I didn't go down that path. But I did have Sam Mayer as my record. Um, and triggering that massive incident, there in the closing laps. that changed some of the dynamic of the race there. So that's my record.
Rick?
So, Supreme Court Justice, may I have a chance for rebuttal or cross-examination on the
Yes,
Podfather?
yes. I was, I
Please
was
go
thinking of
ahead. Go
going down.
ahead.
I was thinking of going down that road, but have at it.
So, listen, I don't necessarily disagree with you. Let me just give you two facts from your Dr. Phil couch that I know are correct. Number one, you are allowed to change out a radiator under the DBP policy. That I'm going to say. Can you do it and work under red? No, right? They made an amends there, but you are allowed to change that radiator out that the manhole cover went through. And again, this is not to disagree with you. I get it. It was a weird situation. I'm just giving you two clarifications in case one of our 36 viewers wants to attack you like they attack me. The second piece is and it was awkward. You're right, it was awkward. But the reason the car had to run those laps at speed, and we're sitting there and it's all caution, and whoa, he comes racing by, was twofold. Um, One car could not have a fuel advantage, so he had to actually run the laps and burn the laps. The second thing is you made the comment about wave a magic wand. There is no magic wand. There is a timing and scoring transmitter inside that car, and it has to sync back up with timing and scoring for the race.
Yeah,
So
no, I get. I was being a bit
I
facetious.
know you were. Those are
Yeah,
just more points of clarification.
yeah,
You're not wrong. You can be on your Dr. Phil couch. I just want to point those things out in case we had
yeah.
some ardent NASCAR fans who would attack you like they attack me, because obviously I don't know the sport.
But
So
whenever in our
I
history
know, I know.
have we ran 4 caution laps, which again at a road course that is this long, like
Three
how
point
much?
3.4 miles. They took a minute or so or five. Because under racing conditions, those laps were clocking off at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So you're right. They could have been up to 5 minutes a lap.
Yeah,
I
it was
agree with you.
five or so minutes from the caution.
Could easily. I don't know, but you're
So
right.
so
You're right.
we spent 20-25 minutes
Yeah.
just allowing Corey Day to get back
Yeah.
on the lead lap for something we have never done before. We don't do
Well,
that.
I think they were quote unquote still fixing the manhole cover. I heard it was like, listen, there was a lot going on. They had to find a welder, and then NASCAR didn't have one, and then the naval base actually had to provide one, and then it couldn't get through the gate.
But that was all under red flag.
Yeah, I know. And then they
That by
went back
that,
to
but
green.
when we went back to yellow, the manhole was fixed. It was just a parade then.
Yeah,
It was nothing but a parade.
you're not
And then
wrong.
the broadcast started talking about how NASCAR says, we got to be done by this time because once it gets into darkness,
7:45, the clock stops.
right.
Yeah.
So again, it's the same situation it was at Charlotte. It's, oh, we got to check this off. We got to make sure we get this done. Can't interfere with tomorrow. Got too much stuff going on tomorrow. O'Reilly can't be interfere with anything. Stop treating it like it's a second class event.
Chad would be even more fun if he drank, Chris. Wouldn't it? Like he did.
He would be
gets
off
spun-
the chains.
he'd be fucking right.
He'll be off the chains.
All right, Rick, did you give us your records?
I did not.
Go
And
ahead.
yeah, it's okay. It's listen. No, I mean this. I'm not being shitty. Yeah, my record is kind of Chris's, and listen, I'm just gonna say this. Like, it hurts me like it hurts no other, but I want to be honest because he would say it's a record. I would say it's a record. Chris said it's a record. The margin of error is very narrow. And I would even say, like, if you know these cars and know those 15-inch tires and know how that sidewall balloons out a little bit, you could have run a cup car through there. But if you miss a little bit on the inside, there's no runoff area, there's a jersey barrier. He hit it, shot the car left. and made a mess of the situation and basically destroyed a car that our crew chief, Jason Trincheri, on two different occasions said we were the fastest car on track. So I don't need to pile on because I love my guy more than I love even going to these races. So it's right. It's the wrecker, and we'll call it for what it is. And the good news, the good news is that we can have a conversation that my guy will be back stronger than ever in Sonoma. And a credit to NASCAR, the course layout itself, having the barriers that did give, and I know they're not safer walls. You can't put up safer walls. And the integrity of an O'Reilly car and all the guys at the Haas factory team shop that build it, I'm pretty happy about that part of it.
Yeah. All right, let's do heckers. Chris, you're up first.
My heckers
What
was
the heck is going on?
what the heck was going on? As one was just how far that safety barrier moved
Yeah.
on impact is my what the heck. And that's not a bad what the heck. I like the way
Oh, it's yeah. Thank
he
God it
gave.
moved.
Yeah.
Yes, thank God it moved.
Well,
Got
Harvick kept trying to say um on Friday night at the truck race that they needed to put more barriers behind that so it wouldn't move. And I was like, why would you want that? Like you want that to move. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm telling you right now, they need to bring in more barriers. So they're gonna have to put more barriers behind that so it won't move. I'm like,
No.
no, no
No.
way.
Yeah, I mean, from a time perspective, you wouldn't have the cleanup taking so long, right? Because they wouldn't have to repair the walls as much.
Well, it would be too,
But
because you'd be having to bring in the ambulance.
but
Yeah.
but on the other side of that, that energy would go back to the driver inside the car if it didn't, the wall
Yeah.
And,
didn't
and,
give.
and enough went as it was. No,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
incorrect.
All right, Ricky?
You need my heckers?
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised this one was not a. I thought this was gonna be a three-way sweep. Anyway, dude scales a fence. Okay. Now hold on, because I have a lot of perspective on this one because I have before and after stories. Dude scales a fence
In flip-flops.
in
Flip flop
flip-flops.
Spider-Man. That's what I called it.
He drops onto the track,
Two
and
fences, by the way.
of all the cars, where's our guy going? None other than our collective and certainly my hometown hero, Sheldon Creed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, I was unplugged at this time because I'm in the infield care center or the mock infield care center, and I'm worried to death about the guy that I love, right? And this is all going on and going down. I get bits and pieces. By now, I'm off the radio. And so not only do I hear that he comes down and he fist bumps our guy, but I didn't know this until today that dude straight up left Sheldon in the car, got all the way back up the fence, over the fence, over a second fence,
Yeah.
and disappeared into the crowd. And then the you
Hello? What happened?
It
Yes.
is. That is 100% my what the heckers. And as I chatted about this with my boss, Carl Klein, today,
Hey, Rick, can you pause 1 second? Because
y-
I don't
yeah,
know, I don't know what happened. You like froze after you said got back over the fence.
I'm still here.
Okay, go back, rewind to he got back over the fence.
So the dude straight up gets back over the fence and he disappears into the crowd. Like, like he was at a concert, right? And there's
Yeah.
like some VIP fences. He's like, fuck these fences. I'm going to get myself a fist bump with Chad
And then
And
goes
then-
into a porta potty.
and then like goes back out. And when I discussed this today with my boss, Carl Klein, we were like, wait a second. We were on a naval base, an active military base. Where are the jacked up servicemen that should have just pile driven this dude into that asphalt slash concrete wherever they were? That is my what the heckers.
Well, he was arrested. NCIS did arrest him.
After,
Yeah,
much
yeah,
after, I
yes.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
But didn't everybody want to see him get creamed? Like kind of like in football, NFL game, the guy runs out on the field, he's streaking or he's whatever he's trying. And like he straight up gets tackled. This guy didn't.
Yeah.
He
But
lost his flop and put it back on and walked off like nothing ever happened.
but also if you're gonna pick somebody to talk to, like Sheldon's the guy who's gonna talk to you.
Oh,
Like
Sheldon's
he's
legit.
he's just the most laid back guy ever. Like like somebody else would have probably cussed him out or done something great, and Sheldon's just like, "What's up, bro? What
He
what's
came
going on,
over the
man?"
radio and said, "That guy is wasted."
Yeah, he did.
Sheldon's deal that I found out later was that like he didn't want to be penalized
Right, because
by
they ask him
NASCAR
if
because
they
he's
mess
like,
with a
yeah,
car.
like don't touch the car, don't screw around, don't kick a side skirt in. And then, like, I
Right.
appreciate that,
Yeah.
right? It's like it
Well,
was so ridiculous. But
apparently Sheldon asked him like, "How's my damage?" or something like that. He said, but he couldn't understand what the guy's response was. Like, I guess Bob Pockrass talked to him after the race,
Sheldon
and
Creed is
Sheldon's
like
like,
such a cool dude.
he is. So, but I shared the video, and I said,
He's such a cool dude.
I shared the video on my story. I said, "Thank God this awkward Sheldon moment was not my fault.
There you go. There you
I
go.
I didn't cause
You
this
you
one."
had one in the past that was. Yeah,
Yes,
that's awesome.
but it was not during the race,
Anyway,
just
that was that was
previously
an
was.
easy what the heck is going on?
Yeah, that was mine as well. That was so funny. I'm gonna include that clip right here in case anybody missed it. So check that out for yourself.
I'll check it out when I watch the podcast back.
All right, let's talk some cup.
Finally.
All right, I'm up first for checkers. I got a 1A and a 1B.
What are we doing? We
Hey,
got to make like a second show. Nobody has a decisive point anymore. Everybody's like, I'll just do what Rick does.
well, my first one. Let me
Oh God.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, there it is.
How many
check.
watches are you wearing?
I put all that I could find today just to so I could check and see what
You don't
time it
even
was.
wear watches.
Yeah, I do. I wear my Apple Watch all the time.
My
But
Apple Watch, that's gay.
this my
I
this
don't
is
even
my
know if you can say that word anymore,
you,
but
you can't. This is my engagement watch.
An engagement watch.
Yeah, I never told you that story.
an engagement watch.
I never told you the story. This is funny. I'll tell you this
Does
story.
that mean like in gay?
That's off. We'll talk
Watch?
that off
So
air.
listen,
We'll do that
listen,
one off the air.
listen. So I I was dating this girl one time and
Oh
I
my
bought
God.
her an engagement ring and I had it for a few days and I decided I don't want to marry this girl. So I took the ring back and I and so they were like, "Hey, the money that you paid cash down, like it'll have to like they'll send you a check from corporate. The rest of like the part you put
My
on your
God.
credit card will go back on your credit card, but the rest of it, I think I put like $1,200 in cash down or something. They're like that part will have to come like check from corporate, or you can use in-store credit. And I was like, you know what? I've never had a really nice watch before. I really like that watch over there.
Oh my
So
God.
ended up buying this watch and I call it my engagement watch. And yeah. So
There you go.
anyways,
You
so
got some hell of a stories. I tell you
it's
what.
He
it's
really
ham
does.
it's ham time, baby. Checkers, checkers, checkers to my homer, my guy, the guy y'all told me I was dumb. I wasted my pick last week when I picked Corey Heim. Y'all said, why are you doing that? You left Tyler Reddick on the table. You left Dinger on the table. You left all these other people on the table. The guy won every single road course last year in the trucks. Every single one. Nobody else won one, just him. I understand that SVG was involved in a wreck, Connor Zilisch was involved in a wreck,
Oh, we'll get to that.
but he was still up there racing with those guys even beforehand. You better watch out. This guy's really good. That's my 1A. My 1B, I'm going to give a shout out.
My 1B is Corey Heim as well.
Yeah. My 1B,
That was fucking funny.
it was. My
Thank you.
1B, I want to give a shout out. I didn't realize this until after the broadcast, but so I didn't think about this, but Colleague this year, because they are running Ram in the truck series, they get zero support from Chevy now, right?
And
So they get
they are
zero
a total stepchild,
right.
100%.
So they get zero information. But what I didn't think about is they also get zero sim time. Chevy
Correct.
allows them no sim.
That's
So
correct.
so AJ Allmendinger went in there this week, got a top 5 without ever getting to run a single minute of sim time.
Well,
That
he still runs sim. He just doesn't run manufacturer
Yeah.
sim. There's a
Yeah,
difference.
but
Yes,
he doesn't get that same kind of sim like
correct.
When Austin
That
came on last
100%
week
correct. That's
and
correct.
talked about how all those guys do. He
That's
doesn't get a
right.
single minute of that sim time, that
That's right.
Chevy GM sim time that those
Yep.
other guys do. So shout out to AJ Allmendinger for
Right.
showing up, outperforming all those other guys who did get sim time, did get preparation, who did get information from Chevy, from GM. And I mean, when you think about it, he's having a fairly decent year. I mean,
It's not
overperforming,
bad. It's not bad for what he's
overperforming
dealing with.
for the obstacles there. So that's
Agreed.
my 1B. Um, Chris, you're up next.
All right, so this one is not the alley hoop that you just took, but I gave a checkers to Ryan Blaney
Mm,
for having a great points day for those Fords who've been pretty much off the track all year.
Yeah, that guy can maximize a point day. We
Yeah,
talked about it
yeah.
before. Even when the Fords have no speed, somehow Blaney
mm,
maximizes points.
yeah, absolutely. Showed speed, competing up front, right? Challenging for the lead. I mean, just applying pressure. So that was my checkers for the race.
Ricky?
Well, my checkers for Cup is definitely Corey. No, it's not. No, it's not. And it's no knock on Corey Heim. It's because I knew Chad was going to cover this from A to Z, paint the walls with Heim time. I figured I'd move on to something else just so our 36 viewers would like enjoy like something different,
Exactly.
right? And listen, how can the checker outside of Corey Heim, I get it, not be the weekend? The
Oh,
weekend with
solid.
NASCAR and the weekend with the Naval Air Station, North Island, Coronado. And I know you guys weren't there, and I'm sorry. Okay. I know you saw it on TV, but I am just going to tell you that it's a shame you weren't because the sights, the sounds, the naval personnel, the gigantic Carl Vinson carrier, the and this is real, the snipers on the roof when we parked in the purple lot, Sam and like I gotta tell you, the bomb dogs, the aircraft that were sitting there, the water in the background, the San Diego weather. Like, I know I'm going on and on the 16 turn, 3.4 mile track. This is not to shove it in your guy's face, but it seems like I am. You had to be there.
That's fair.
And I will be so disappointed. And I know there's a lot of factors if we don't go back because we pissed around in the LA Coliseum to the point that nobody gave a shit in year 3. And I'm going to tell you, and I told Sam, and he saw it, I saw more people on the property on Saturday for O'Reilly. It was a cup race on Saturday.
Wow.
guys.
Wow.
Out of the park home run. Credit Ben Kennedy, anybody in the Naval Air Command there. And I've heard different things. I've heard, oh, they can't commit to a date in 2027 because a certain president seems to be like kind of war prone. And you have to remember this is an active naval base. And if they have to go red alert ready, we'd get our ass kicked out. And we would have. So, in other words, let's say they just want to do it on Father's Day next year, right? We would need a backup plan. So, that's one, I don't want to say excuse, reason I've heard. The other thing I heard was the Navy had concerns about security breaches or protocols. And there was a whole thing involved with us in this DBIBS form. And like, I just hope they can work it out, man, because I'm telling you, it was one of the best events I ever went to. That's it.
Love that.
No,
All right,
glad you got to experience that.
Yeah.
I know it's almost like hometown for you, but I'm glad it
Yeah.
was a
I mean,
success.
yeah, you're right about it. I spent 16 years out there.
Yeah.
I rode bike races that were called Bike the Bay, 26-mile races that involved the bridge and going up to, not onto the naval base, up to, and then back down Ocean Boulevard past Hotel del Coronado. Yeah, it really worked for me.
All right, let's talk some wreckers. Chris, you're up.
I got outside of the obvious big big crash with SVG and 33 cars. I got Bubba Wallace in the loose wheel. The dude was a strong contender, fighting up front, fighting for position. And to have that mishap on pit road, um, that's my records.
Ricky.
Well, I can't believe that you left the low hanging fruit there, but I'm getting in on this one.
I left it.
You
I left it.
did.
I left
Listen, Austin Hill ruined that race. Okay. And I know he didn't do it on purpose. Okay. I know he's aggressive and I know he won on Saturday, but he's bolted into that 33 car and he sent that thing down into turn one and he locked up that right front. And I saw that tire start skidding and I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. Oh, what car's on the outside? The scarlet letter of the 2026 Cup season. There's Connor Zilisch. Let me just ramrod you into the wall. And while the two of us bang into the wall, oh, what's that car behind? That's SVG. You want to
SVG.
talk about a fucking bowling ball that took out chalk and paved the way for Corey Heim, by the way, at 9,000 to 1 to win. $100, $100 would have made you $900,000. And I'm not taking nothing away from Corey Heim. I get it. But bro, you cannot come into that race as a fill driver that was the 8 car. You just can't do it. You changed the entire complexion and outcome of the race. And by the way, SVG was clearly showing you before that his footbox magic was well on its way to just winning that race. And the only thing that could take him out was wrecking him. And you did it. I'm over it. I hated it. That is my wreckers.
Yeah, it was my wreckers too. And I want to ask you, do you think so Austin Hill how old is Austin Hill? 32, 30. I think he's
Yeah,
30.
I'm
I think
honestly
he's
not sure. I know he's older than 25, which is
I,
a necessary thing to drive that 35 car. I'm sorry, 33 car with
so
some of
I,
its adult
I
sponsorship.
right. I think that he is 32.
Okay.
I he picked up the win on Saturday. Do
Absolutely.
do my this is my question. Do you think that in Austin Hill's head, he is going, this is this is my one and only shot to secure this cup ride. If I don't win over this cup ride to secure this 33 car next year, that that's that I'm going to be the O'Reilly, like I'll be stuck in the O'Reilly series forever. And this may be my only time to do it. Like I won here yesterday. I'm running up front. This is my shot to make a statement here. So he's overdriving the car. He's he's punching a little bit above his weight, and he makes a dumb mistake. Um, he's going out there like he's got something to prove instead of just bringing home the best he can finish.
Right.
Like,
Because he was
may,
starting on the front row right there, right? So
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
point. Yeah,
But like,
100%.
to me, I think
Yep.
because he's probably also hearing the Noah Gragson rumors. He's 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 not. They've not signed him to a contract, at least that we know of. So in his mind, is he going, this is my shot. If I win this race, they've got to give me this car. This is my chance to go cup racing. This is my chance to get a full-time ride in cup. And if it doesn't happen now, it's not going to happen.
Mm.
Is that I was thinking about that like through the past couple of days. Like, is that causing him to, and I know he's aggressive and he drives that way anyways, but we don't see him do that in Cup as much as we do O'Reilly. So is that make could that have led him to kind of make that decision a little bit? Also, we saw SVG initially make it three wide and smartly back out. Does that also screw with his head a little bit and make him make a move that he, in his head, maybe got baited into? I'm not defending what he did. He screwed the pooch. He wrecked out the best cars in the race. I'm not taking that away. I'm just trying to think through, like, if I'm Austin Hill, I'm 32, I think is correct.
Yeah, I
30,
checked it. You
uh,
are, and
uh,
actually, that's a good point you brought up. I did not
he's,
know he
yeah,
was already in his
he's
30s.
32 years old. He
Yeah,
spent his
that's
entire career
yeah.
either in trucks or Xfinity O'Reilly. For him, it's kind of RCR or bust, right? He's kind of crapped the bed. He's rubbed a whole lot of people wrong in this business. So if he doesn't get this ride, replacing Kyle in that 33 car next year as a full-time gig, is that the end of his chances? Who's going to sign a 33-year-old rookie to the Cup Series outside of RCR, maybe?
Mm.
That
That's a
was
good
just some
point.
of my thought process.
I mean, you've put a lot of thought into it, and it's not bad thought. I would only say, and I know the rumors of Noah and the connection that he has with Bass Pro. I would just also say that I don't know if in that moment he was thinking it was all that make or break. That's a lot that you just put into one restart. Maybe I'm
I'm just
wrong.
saying. I'm just saying he's up front. He had won the
Yeah,
race the day
yeah,
before. He's
yeah.
thinking that everybody is kind of on a level playing field, and maybe he even has a little advantage because he's the only person who got allowed to run two races outside of Jimmy Johnson. Like, he got to run O'Reilly the day before, so he's
Right.
got more
Which
laps on
they
the
did
track
not
than right,
allow to Connor Zilisch and to SVG, which right could have
right.
changed the scope of the O'Reilly race a
Right.
lot.
So
Um,
is he in his mind going, right now I've got more experience than anybody else on this
yeah,
track. I've got more
yeah.
of an advantage than anybody here on this track. I won on this track. This is my chance to prove I deserve this 33 car full
Well, he
time.
definitely proved something.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing if it's me, I play my cards a little differently, and I also look ahead and think somebody's got to drive that three car,
I don't disagree.
right? I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, at some point Austin's coming out and he's running the business. I don't
Correct.
disagree. When
Correct.
that is, I don't know.
I
Also,
don't know.
you know, does
Yep.
Ty come back over at some point? I
Yeah.
don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know.
But
Mm.
anyways, all right, let's move on to some heckers. Rick, you're up first.
Am I?
Yep.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I was just trying to figure out how old Austin Dillon is. He's 36. Yeah. So my heckers is, and again, it's a compliment. My heckers is Corey Heim. And I'm like, what the heck? Did he really win that race? Like, just watching this whole thing go down. And I want to give him the most credit possible in that at the end of the race, he not only tracked down, closed the distance, but beat beat the current cup points leader and teammate, Tyler Reddick, and beat him cleanly. He didn't bump him. He didn't move him. He wasn't embarrassingly aggressive like a bull in a china shop, like a previous conversation we just had.
Right.
Straight up made me think, what the heck? And I think it's like it's
He
what,
he did dump Hocevar on the way to getting there, but
okay, well, I'm just more talking about the end there.
yeah, no.
And I would just add in addition that I'll take it one step. My what the heck is certainly Corey Heim, but it's also Corey Heim slash 2311. First place, second place, eighth place, Riley Herbst.
Right.
And then honestly, it would have been four in the top 10. But what took Reddick out had nothing to do with Corey Heim and everything to do with just he got a flat front tire and the course is so massive. Like by the time he came back around, he I think he finished 25th or 26th. But
Right.
yeah, my what the heckers is 2311 slash Corey Heim. And oh my God, credit to Corey Heim. You just won the first ever and maybe last, I hope not, race on the base. Good for him.
And in his only his 13th start.
Yep. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Um, and the way Reddick raced him too. I mean,
Oh,
Reddick doored
total
him and
class.
then yeah,
Touched him up a
100%
little bit, and then it looked
gave it
like he
back.
eased off, gave him the
Gave it
position
back.
back.
Gave it back
And
for the
again,
door slap.
that's a credit to Tyler Reddick just being a absolute class act.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. My heckers, I'm gonna go kind of again on a similar as to like the truck deal. Um, Kevin Magnuson, former F1 driver, comes over, races this race, wrecks the crap out of Noah Gragson. So
Mm-hmm.
then after the race, Noah goes down to confront him to ask him why he did it. And the guy refuses to even answer, just tells him to F off over and over again, just looks him in the face and says, F off, F off, F off,
Fuck off for
F.
those that's wondering.
Yes. Yeah, just over and over again. Like the fact that Noah restrained himself, and I don't know who Noah's current PR person is now that Deidre um, is a monster girl, but I heard her say at the beginning of the video, Noah, no hands, and then at the end of it, she said, Noah, I'm done with this. We're leaving. Um,
So just
but
so you know, I want to help you there. That was not his PR person.
okay,
The person who cautioned him up and eventually told him enough's enough was none other than one of the most major forces on the NASCAR security team, and her name is Lisette.
okay,
And she is real deal, no
Oh,
joke.
real deal,
Don't
Holyfield.
don't don't mess with her. So I just want to be
Yeah.
clear for you
okay.
that the precedent, or not the precedent, the boundaries or the guidelines, the rules
Right.
were set by her right in the beginning when that whole conversation began. And when it ended because she said it ended.
Yeah.
So just so
Well,
you know.
and
Yeah.
kudos to Noah for showing restraint because I
Because she told him.
right.
don't
And
swing, right?
right.
And I think he so wanted Magnuson to swing. And Magnuson, I
He
think
wasn't
coming
because
from
he I mean, what a chicken move. I mean, the guy showed no class. I mean, just again, if whatever your answer is going to be, like just answer. If your answer was I didn't like how you were driving, I didn't like what, just give some kind of answer. But for every response to be F off, like
Yep.
what kind
No respect, bud.
there's a reason this guy's not driving in F1. There's a reason that he doesn't have a full-time ride doing anything. Like, if you think you're going to come over here and act like that to anybody in the sport, like you're not going to be hanging around long here.
But he is successful. I mean, he owns that beat up BMW team, and he was or is it was when he was driving for Haas, he was aggressive to the point that he was penalty boxed a few times in F1, who absolutely doesn't tolerate any rough driving on track. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not defending him. I'm just adding some
Yeah.
color to the background.
Well, he earned, I think, 0 fans here. So
Yeah.
definitely from this guy. All right, Chris, bring us home on Heckers.
I had the same deal. I had the Noah situation
Oh,
as
my
my
goodness.
Hecker. Yeah.
Bang the gavel then. Make him guilty. Do you still got the gavel there?
I got it. I got it.
Can you?
Magnuson, guilty.
Oh, I love that.
Guilty
You
of
should
what?
use it.
Guilty
You
of
should-
what?
Idiot driving.
Could you please use that sometimes during the pod and not just at
Yeah.
the beginning? Because I love that.
Yeah, we'll start integrating.
You are the court of justice.
All right, let's do some call your shot.
Call it.
Call your shot.
All right, we are headed to wine country, Sonoma. Once again, SVG comes in negative 150. Connor Zilisch plus 850. Tyler Reddick plus 850. Kyle Larson plus 900. Ryan Blaney plus 1400. Michael McDowell plus 1500. Ty Gibbs plus 2000. Chase Briscoe plus 2000. I won. I have first pick. Corey Heim is not in this race.
I was going to say, can I have Corey Heim?
He's not in this race. I will take SVG. I'm not dumb enough to not take that pick 2 weeks in a row. Chris, you're up next because you finished 1 spot ahead of Rick.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did. That's 2 weeks in a row. I whooped that ass. I'm gonna go Homer this time. This guy's on the top 5 3-race streak here, and he's picking up some steam. I'm going with the 5 car of
Kyle
Larson.
Larson.
Thank
Kyle.
God,
Bring it
Connor
home.
Zilisch. Thank God I got one of the chalks. Could you just stop fucking wrecking chalk? Can we just do this and appreciate the talent that these two are? Listen, I'd even take fucking Austin Green if he was running a cup car. Can we just recognize talent when we see it? Stop fucking wrecking them.
Did you hear Hocevar's radio after the wreck?
No.
I guess his spotter, his crew chief, one of the two, told him what happened and that Austin Hill wrecked out SVG, and he goes, "Well, I guess he won the bounty."
Oh, that's funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, another fun episode. Glad we're back.
Good stuff.
Rick, thanks for representing us in San Diego.
Yep.
I'll
I'll do it again this weekend.
Yeah.
I think I'm on my way to Sonoma.
Yep, you got to hold it down again.
I got you guys.
Appreciate you.
Don't forget, in-season bracket starts this week. You guys go online, fill out your bracket, tag us in your bracket, share it with us. Let us see who you guys got going forward to. Goes all the way up.
I think Jesse and my boy Haas and Lars, shouldn't they all fill these out?
Everybody
Yeah,
Challenge
should.
us.
everybody.
I would
Also,
just here's
tag
what
us.
I would do. I'd be the contrarian and I'd pick the opposite of what we all just did, except for those like 4 outliers we had, because some shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Tell you,
Also,
Ruck SVG again, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
I need to give a shout out to, I met the sweet family today in Cardiacs. They came in, big F1 fans. They moved here, but they went over to the Spanish Grand Prix a few weeks ago. But they came in the store today. They were big F1 fans. And we started talking about NASCAR, and they were talking about how they wanted to kind of get in NASCAR a little bit. Mom's name was Jen with 2 N's. She followed us on the podcast and said
Shout out to Jen. Thank you, Jen.
said she's going to listen to the podcast to start getting into NASCAR a little bit.
That's so cool.
Said they might come out to some races. So she took her little boy. I'm not sure how old he is. Looks maybe I don't know, 10, 12ish.
I'm swearing on the podcast. Terrible.
She took him over to the Grand Prix over there, to the F1. So that's super cool. I told him we got to get you out to a NASCAR race. You'll fall in love with NASCAR. So shout out to them. I hope they've enjoyed the podcast. I hope they enjoy NASCAR and they hang around with us. Yeah, another great podcast. Also, we got another great guest this week. So make sure you check out that. What do they need to do there, Chris?
Listen, smash that subscribe button, share it, like it, and leave us some comments. We need to get some feedback and make this podcast a little more interesting for everyone.
Somebody else pick on Chad and you for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, make some shitty comments about you guys, not always about me.
I will tell you, I got lots of congratulations on the Corey Heim pick this week. So
of course you did.
You never get any bad comments.
So make sure to check out the guest episode. We got Gabe Walsh on this week, country musician, just released an awesome new single. He was out. He was out in San Diego this week too, doing some NASCAR crossover stuff. So be on the lookout. Yeah, be on the lookout for that episode. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. This has been another great edition of Checkers, Wreckers, and What the Heckers.
Sure.